Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Adashina Shindara, Lady Indigo of Indigo Rising, and I'm here just to bring you a little information about what's next. What's next in the life of Lady Indigo as I continue to transform into the purposeful woman that I was created to be, right? Normally, I do a card chronicle probably 2 to 3 times a week, but so much has been happening and so much has been happening so quickly. I've kind of been, in the groove of handling my business. And when I say my business, I mean the business of Indigo Rising, Healing Through Wholeness. We've already completed a launch of my sister circles where we were so blessed to have 18 women trust us to perform the 13th rite of the Monarchy. And that's a ceremony where we really go in and affirm our wombs and release any negative, toxic energy and create a nice, sacred, healthy environment to nurture our creations, whether that be having children or creating businesses or creating a newer version of ourselves. Ashe. But that's one of those ceremonies that I think is really important for every woman to at least experience once, to have the verbiage to be able to speak to herself and speak to her womb and hear the voice of her womb, as there's a new communication between the two. So many of us carry so much negativity and so much inflammation in our wombs because we as women have been taught to receive, to hold, to carry, to bear, to basically be martyrs in the society. And so what we're not taught is how to release those things out of our womb. So the 13th rite of the Monarchy was an awesome experience, and I'm so grateful to the women who allowed us to bring that to them. Another thing that's been going on is I have been packaging my discovery and release sessions, and that's like a 75-minute session for us to come together and really begin to define those blockages that prevent us from living our best life. And some of those blockages are trauma, negativity, guilt. Guilt is a good one. Self-sabotage, depression, malnutrition. Our diets play a big part in how we are functioning as a whole. So working on defining blockages, we'll create an action plan of liberation so that you can, move in that self-love, that peace, that growth, and foster that divine alignment. Also, we'll be giving you some skills and some mindsets to empower you to work from a place of personal truth and confidence. So, discovery and release sessions are on the horizon right now. I'm trying to find a location, a physical location, so that we can have these meetings in person. But in the meantime, in between time, you'll be able to schedule them with me via Zoom, and we can meet just like this, face to face, you and I, and we can just begin to go in and deconstruct those things that have been holding us stagnant in a place, whether it be fear of the unknown or just being so attached to an identity that we cannot believe that this is something that we have to release, right? But all this is for our highest good. All this is making us into the purposeful creators that we were meant to be. The last thing I want to talk about is my new page, right? I've gone from Indigo Rising, Healing Through Wholeness as a private group to now an open page. And I am really excited about that. I mean, it's a lot of little gadgets on that page, but I see how in the future it's really going to serve me once I really get acclimated to what I'm doing and how I'm going to do it. But you know what? I'm taking myself very kindly. I'm taking myself in love through this walk. I'm learning every day, and sometimes I'm double dipping and doing things twice, but that's okay because it's all a part of my learning process. Lady Indigo has been in the making for a long time. I remember when I started on this journey, I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't even aware I was on a journey. everything in my life was just going topsy-turvy, and I didn't even know what was going on. But I give thanks to Spirit, because every step of the way, um, I've been sent a guide, a mentor, someone to love me, someone to speak into my soul, someone to tell me, girl, hold your head up. You're doing just fine. And so I just want to give a shout out to all of those women in my life who have um, just come in and sat with me, allowed me to sit with them, and we began to grow together. One of the things I'm learning in this journey is that everything isn't forever. You know, usually when you meet someone that you love and adore, you just figure in your mind, this is going to go on forever, and I'm going to have them at my disposal forever. We're going to always break bread. But that's not necessarily true. Some people come in for a reason, some people come in for a season, and some are for a lifetime. And that hasn't been made more clear in my life than recently. My yeye, the first woman that I can say came to me and spoke to my soul. She fulfilled that role of mama that I needed. My mom had been gone for many, many years, and I needed someone that I could really look up to and listen to and feel that mama energy. And she came in. She came in not only with the love of a mom, but she also came in with the mentorship of a priestess, of someone who understood that the work started in me, and that's where she always turned me back to. The work starts in you. Every time I thought I was ready to go do something, she was like, hold up, sis. You need to continue to work on you. And one of the first things she taught me was the art of surrender, to letting it go, to just understanding that Spirit has my back, and to move in such a way that I trust the universe, that I trust the process, that so many things that are happening in my life is really circumstantial, because it's surrounding me as I move in the direction towards the next version of me, the next level of me. Every time that level up comes, energy just starts to surround me. And so my first inclination was to try to control that energy, try to grab a hold of it, try to use my logic to make sense of it. And she was like, nope, you got to surrender. And so thank God she was there to show me the way. And that has been a cornerstone of my practice, the art of surrender. So before I leave, I just want to leave you with 4 words, the words that I love and that has become, again, a baseline for my practice. And those words are awareness, acceptance, action, and access. Let me say it again. Awareness, acceptance, access, then action, right? And what does that mean? What does that mean, Adeshina? That means that as I become aware of situations in my life that need to be attended to, whether they're personal situations or they're situations around me, sometimes it's not so easy to accept that it is what it is, that it's happening, that this is something that I have to deal with. And so sometimes, even though I'm aware, I'm uncomfortable. That awareness causes some uncomfortability. That awareness causes some irritability, because I know that I need to do something, right? Whether it's uncomfortability in my body, I need to do a detox, or I need to change my diet. There's an uncomfortability or an awareness in my mind. I have all these swirling thoughts. I can't really gather myself, and I need to pull myself together and center myself. But there's always these subtle ways, and sometimes not so subtle ways, that our awareness is perked, right? But once I get that awareness and I say, okay, I hear you. Now I have to go through the process of acceptance, accepting that is that thing that you're telling me. That is what's really going on. And this is how it looks, and this is how it is, and this is what's on the table, right? Once I come to that place of fully accepting the challenge or the task, then Spirit opens up this whole world of access to tools, access to information, access to other people, access to information that's already inside of me that I can begin to use to filter through the what? The actions that I'm about to make, so that I can make a more intentional, informed action, right? So that I don't have to just to react. I can actually respond in a way that is on the frequency of love, on the frequency that supports my ascension to the next level of myself, and in a way that, again, relays love, because that's what it's all about. There's really nothing in this world other than moving in love, right? Everything else is ego and what do you call it? Stories that we tell ourselves. But the main goal of cycling through this journey and getting back to the great creator is learning to move through all these levels of our life in love. Ashe. So again, this is Adashina Chandara, just being thankful and grateful to be able to share with you the desires of my heart, having the courage to move forward through all of the areas that I feel not so confident, that I really had to work through. Being on this video is one. 9 months ago, I was stuttering on the video. So I just give thanks for how far I've come. And I hold that as consistency. Spirit started working with me, and I pulled a card, and that card said consistency. And that's what it's been. Wednesday morning prayers at 4:30 a.m. every morning with the ladies that find themselves there, ready to deposit their positive energies, ready to go in as their most authentic selves. We've been doing that now since January. That's consistency. Learning how to breathe, learning how to slow my roll, learning how to sit in silence. That was hard for me. Learning how to allow myself to be creative, allow myself to stumble, allow myself to not know, allow myself to feel the pain of the loss and the joys of the gains. So, all that being said, meet me on my page. Come to Indigo Rising Healing Through Wholeness on Facebook. Soon to have a partner page on Instagram. And my group is still there, Indigo Rising Healing Through Wholeness. As well as meet us on Wednesday mornings in prayer and meditation as we go in. We go in and we just open ourselves up to the downloads at the sacred hour of Shashat, 4:30. And believe me, it really makes a difference in our week and in our day. So I'll leave with Namaste Ashe. And I always say, y'all pillows stank on it.